Here are some tips for creating a main character, which is the next step of our realistic fiction journey. Now, when we're writing realistic fiction, our main character has to be believable. So first, choose 3 to 4 people that you know and make a chart of their traits. Then pick details from each person to create a main character. You can do that in your notebook. I find it's easiest to do this when writing in our landscape orientation of our paper. And you can just jot down names. So maybe I'm going to write down characteristics of Michael, or write down characteristics of my friend Allie, or maybe even my Aunt Sue. And I'm going to create a table. I'm going to think about their characteristics. And then eventually, once you've created a list of those characteristics, pick characteristics from the different people that you know. And you'll end up with your own new character, kind of like this example right here. See, somebody wrote about their friend Sue, their friend Emma, and their friend Katie. They created, at the bottom here, a new main character, Amanda, who has curly hair, age 10, wears glasses, has a fiery mood, likes sports, and dislikes brothers. So at the bottom, you will have created a main character. And you should plug in those traits right down here, so you know who your main character is. Consider the following questions about your character. Do they have a nickname? What is their general attitude? Where do they live? What do they eat? How do they dress? And not just think about who they're going to be in your story, but think about what life experiences have they had before the events of the story take place. Do they have any pets or medical conditions? And what hobbies do they have? Those are things you might want to consider when developing your character, because creating this table here is really just a starting point. We want our characters to be interesting and relatable and believable, and we want them to have depth. Some other advice: give the main character, aka the protagonist, some flaws. Typically, we think of the main character as the hero, the one that is doing something that we really want them to do, and they're conquering a fear, or they're overcoming some evil antagonist or villain or something. But every main character, every good one, has some flaws, some problems, because in real life, we all have things that we're working on getting better about, and these flaws help give depth to the character. You'll also want to have the main character experience some sort of change in their personality, their skills, or their outlook over the course of the story. This is called character development. These strategies shared come from Right Sources Writers Express, published in 2000, and Judy Blume's masterclass on how to develop fictional characters.